Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word. Today is Christmas Day. It is a special holiday in this country which conjures up all kinds of images in one's imagination. When Christmas is mentioned, children glow with excitement as they dream of a jolly old elf dressed in red who delivers lots of toys and special treats to good little boys and girls. Teenagers tend to think of some special someone with whom they hope to celebrate and exchange sentimental gifts. Parents think of decorating and preparing for family and friends to come share a special time of reunion. Clearly, Christmas means many different things to many different people. Some who may be more spiritually driven might say things like, "Don't take Christ out of Christmas," or "Jesus is the reason for the season." Some may argue that we have allowed ourselves to overly secularize a significant spiritual event. After all, they might say, we should remember that we are celebrating the birth of Jesus. In actuality, we have no proof that accurately pinpoints the day Jesus was born. As a matter of fact, many of the movies watched, stories told, songs sung, and dramas reenacted concerning the Nativity of Jesus are simply not completely accurate. For example, when you open the Bible and read of the birth of Jesus in Matthew 2, you will notice that the details given slightly differ from those surrounding the story in Luke's account in Luke 2. It is Luke who tells of the heavenly announcement of the birth of Jesus to shepherds watching their flocks at night. It is also Luke who tells of the shepherds going into Bethlehem and finding Jesus, with Mary and Joseph, in a stable and lying in a manger. However, Luke mentions nothing about Magi from the east. Meanwhile, it is Matthew who tells of the Magi from the east traveling to Jerusalem in search of the child that was born to be King of the Jews. When they find him, Matthew tells us they come into the house and worship him. However, Matthew never mentions any shepherds or even a manger. It appears that we've allowed ourselves to blend the two stories of Jesus' early life into one. Yet, even though no one can be sure of the date when Jesus was born, this is a time of year when most people, at least in this country, celebrate it. Many celebrations include the rereading of the birth narratives, the singing of special hymns focused on the Nativity, and some level of acknowledgement of Jesus as Lord and King. All of this gives me pause to think. If this seems to be one of the very few times of the year when even the non-religious world is talking about, singing about, and thinking about Jesus, why shouldn't I be capturing this opportunity to open dialogue about who Jesus really is and why knowing him is vitally important? Why am I not better prepared to steer an innocent and possibly misguided discussion of Jesus into an introduction of him as the way, the truth, and the life, without whom no one can approach the Father, God himself? I, for one, am not convinced that Jesus was born on December 25th. However, I would love any opportunity to talk to you or anyone else, not only about his birth, but also about his life, his teachings, his death, his burial, and yes, his resurrection from the dead that gives us hope for life eternal. What about you today? Will you capture this time of giving and receiving to focus on the greatest gift you've ever been given, the gift of the opportunity to experience life eternally with Christ? Will you use this time of celebration to celebrate God's love for you that is never limited to a certain season of the year? Will you allow this time of family reunion to motivate you to be sure you are a part of God's forever family, looking forward to the ultimate reunion with Him and with all His people throughout eternity? Why not use this holiday as a springboard into a life where the celebration of Christ never ends? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.